This is my top 10 Pixelmon seed video. All the seeds should have their seed on screen when they're being showcased. Enjoy. For the first seed on the list, and like all other seeds on this list, you'll have the seed on screen, but you got a pretty good spawn. See where that red arrow going up is? That is where I spawned. So you're going to spawn in this general area. You got a Pokemart right there, Poke Center right there, and you got a Fire Gym right at spawn. However, be careful on what you choose as your generation. Like if you change how much iron ore, gold ore, diamond, or any of that stuff is spawned, whether it's increasing or decreasing, it can impact where this will spawn. On my main world, where I altered that a bit, it was spawned over here. So that can move depending on how you customize it. On default, I got it to spawn right there. Got a Mesa biome right there, and it goes pretty far over here as well. Forest, I ended up building my place of residence right there. I might have built it here if that gym wasn't right there, basically. So overall, pretty good start. Got some stuff off in the distance, so if you were to look from where this Poke Center is, look across that Mesa plateau and just keep going that way. I'm not going to bore you with the actual travel to that area. I'm just going to teleport using the little mini-map type system they have going on there. And you have a mines. This is actually pretty cool. You got some loot here. You got some loot in there. And you got some loot actually in the mines. And you can actually get some gold ore pretty high up in the mines, which is actually kind of cool. And then if you look over in that direction, you're going to have another Poke Center and the second gym. The spawn is over in that direction. We're going to teleport to the second Poke Center. It's right here. You do get some loot from there. You got another Pokemart and another chest full of loot in there as well. And this gym is the electric gym, which is actually kind of cool that you have two gyms relatively close to each other. I wouldn't say probably the closest they can be to each other. I mean, look how far away from spawn. It's 630 meters, it looks like. So that's still pretty far away, but not as far as it could have been. Let's bring up the map. As you can see, you got spawn, the mines, and the Poke Center and gym. Now, on my world, which you got to remember, I altered the ore spawns for that. There was a static shrine somewhere over in this general vicinity. I'm not sure how far it is. It actually might be further down here. But over in this general vicinity, there was a static shrine with a Zapdos, I believe, in it. So keep that in mind. And that is it for the first seed. The second seed is honestly one for people who do not like to be spawned near Poke Centers. They want to explore. They don't want to have like gyms and all this loot just shown right to you. Here is a pretty good seed for that. You got mountains, forest, mountains, more mountains, hilly area right there, and you got this nice little forest area, kind of like surrounded by this mountain or extreme hills biome, which is actually kind of cool. So like if you just want to build up there and just live out in the wild and get all the stuff you need to make your healing station or your storage for your Pokemon or whatever else you need, you can do that. I mean, you got a lot of trees here. Got nice terrain for building all around this area right here. And the spawn was basically in the center of here. I mean, I think I spawned right on top of that tree. You're going to spawn in this general vicinity. It might not be exactly where I spawned. So this is a pretty good seed for the people that just want to avoid Poke Centers. For seed 3, you got a pretty good spawn location. You're in the middle of a spruce forest, which is one of my favorite woods to use. You got a Poke Center and Pokemart. And I think that is it. I don't see no blacksmith area right here. So you're only going to get loot from that particular place right there. If you're playing on anything but peaceful, the villagers here may actually be zombie villages, except for the NPCs in this place. and the Poke Center. So do keep that in mind if you are playing this. And then you got another one over here. You got a Poke Mart right here. So they're relatively close to each other, which is kind of cool. And the spawn's right there. Poke Center number 2 right there. And another place that does not have a blacksmith chest. So you're only going to have the Poke Centers for potential loot. Got Extreme Hills starting to form right there. You got a Birch and Oak Forest right there. So overall, this is a pretty good seed. If you want to be near Poke Marts and Poke Centers, but still be kind of out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, look at, other than, if you're not including towns, that is. I mean, got a pretty good place right here. Most of the time I see Poke Centers and Poke Towns in the middle of a plains or a flatland area where it's kind of out in the open. Not so much in the middle of the forest. No gyms though, so you're going to have to go look for one of those if you're interested in gyms. For the next seed, we got something, well, not really different. More interesting. Got more water in this segment of the thing than the previous levels. Spawn right there. You got a Poke Center right over there. And you got some mountains over there. The mountains will be important later on. If you can look at the mini-map, you'll see that water in this area. As you can see, you got water there, water there. So for people who want some low-level water, this could be a really good seed for you to build on. I really like this seed. If I wanted a water world, this would probably be the one I go to. Got a Poke Center on a small little island right here. So that's pretty interesting. You got some swamp forming over there. Honestly, this has a lot of potential that actually piques my interest for building purposes in a Pixelmon world. But over by the mountains, it also piques my interest. There's the Poke Center, there's the spawn. So if you come over in direction towards the mountains, you'll actually have decent sized mountain, which could be used for building as well. Like right here, I'd probably build something in here. Pretty good home. But you got a decent amount of water right here. And only thing it's really missing is a water gym. I have come across them where they tend to be out in like right here, I would say. This would probably be an ideal location for a water gym. At least based on what I've seen before, which you'll see coming up. A lot of water. Definitely one of my favorite seeds, just for the water aspect. I like to alternate for building purposes what type of areas I like to build in. Sometimes it's on the same world, and I'll just go find a location because you got this teleportation with the waypoints and whatnot. If you take a look, you got the spawn, Poke Center, and the mountain. So you gotta, like, let's say you really like this building location. Just type in waypoint, new, and then just type in whatever you want. Build 1, and then just save it. And then it'll appear on the map. So that's what I really like about this location, is the building opportunities that you could utilize here. I'm not sure if you can actually make your own gyms in this, if you're using creative mode or something like that. If so, let me know, because I'd honestly be really interested in some feature like that, if that is the case. On to the next seed. For seed number 5, we have something a little bit different. It's a snow area, which is another one of my personal favorites. I'm not sure if the Poke Loot is always the same, but if it is, and this is on default, then you'll have Poke Loot Master Chest right over there. If not, then that will change. It might not be Master Chest over there. You got a spawn location, forest, snow plains, some more forest without snow. But the real feature, the one that stands out to me most, is these mountains. That could be like some kind of like tower, with the bridge going to the main one, and you could have like maybe a castle here or a gym. I'm not, like I said before, I'm not sure if you can make your own gyms, but if you can, this would be honestly something that I would personally really like. And you got some more mountains over here. They go over there. You got a little break right here, which is also pretty sweet. You got another Poke chest right there. And you got some water. So we're going to take a look on the map. As you can see, you got water all around here. Got a little piece of land there, little piece of land there, which is that one area I think I was telling you about. Actually, no, that might have been something different. I think that's what I was telling you about. You can take it a step further and actually build something over on the little piece of land there, which you can't see because of the fog. And overall, honestly, if I'm looking for a higher elevation base, this would probably be my go-to one. I mean, look, you have a little pool right here. Look at that pool. I like pools in real life. Beat swimming in the lakes and whatnot. So this is really nice to me. Maybe you could turn it into like a little waterfall or something like that as well. Pretty good building location. That is pretty much it for this seed. We're going to be taking a look at seed number 6 now. You got a Poke Center town right over there. You got cool mountain formations, double Poke Center town right over there, a gym over there, and another Poke Center right over there. This one's closer. You got 2 loot areas. You got the Pokemart, Poke Center, and the smithing area. We're going to teleport to Poke Center number 4, which honestly, it's a pretty cool location, but should have better mountain formations right next to it. I mean, it's just right here. Then you got some mountains over there, which is still kind of cool, but not the coolest I've seen. What really stands out to me, though, in this seed is the gym over here. Now, where is the spawn location? Spawn's right over there. So if you go that one direction, you come across a Poke Center, which is the one we were just at. There's the Poke Center town. Come and turn the complete opposite direction. Come over here. You'll come across a Poke Center, another Poke Center in between, and a Pokemart with more loot right there. So you got loot, 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 and pretty much every Poke Center. And that is honestly very, very strange. I just got done recording my first attempt at this area. These trainers were not there before. First attempt at recording this, they were, but I had to redo the recording. Second attempt, they were not. And now the third attempt, which is what I'm going to keep. They're there, but this is a pretty cool gym. Definitely really like the way it is formed. And it's right next to a town. I like the towns that actually have gyms near there. I have come across gyms where it's just the gym by itself and not necessarily right next to a town. But I do like that they actually mix it up a bit. Even more, I think, now that I think about it. So pretty cool location. Poke Center. Cool mountain formations, which actually I don't think I've teleported to yet. So you got some pretty cool mountain formations right here. Not the coolest. I definitely like it because it's right next to a large body of water. And that is where I like to catch my Magikarp. Let's see if I go down here if Magikarp will spawn. But yeah, I always, in any Pokemon game, one of my go-to Pokemon that I like to catch is Magikarp. And there they are. On the mini-map, there's 2 Magikarp that have appeared. So, yeah. The shallow water don't necessarily spawn Pokemon. If it's like a 1 or 2 blocks deep, they won't necessarily spawn there. They can, I think, theoretically, but not always the case. That is pretty much it for seed number 6. For seed number 7, you're going to spawn in this general vicinity. If you look by this desert area where there's a river, you'll notice a boss Numel out for a swim, which may or may not appear there for you. But you got a Poke Center, Pokemart, no smithing chest to loot from. So it's only going to be that area that's going to give you loot. And I thought that was... I was interested in that NPC for a sec because I didn't see an NPC ever look like that in this game so far. You got a desert pyramid, so if you follow this border, you're going to come across a desert pyramid not too far from spawn. And a Poke chest right there. Another one right there. And you got some more loot in here. And if you look off into the distance and go down that route, you'll be able to go to the Poke Center number 2, which is always nice if you're looking for loot. So let's teleport there. And that's where you find the loot, by the way, if you did not know. It's right there. It's usually some kind of potion or elixir or healing item, which is honestly very nice. And you got some nice plains around this Poke Center right here. Got some swamp area right over here. And the last area on the list is the mountains. I always like mountains to a varying degree. Got a nice formation right here. There's a lot of opportunity to actually do different kinds of building. If I were to go through, I mean, look, you got a nice valley right there. Could be really good for building. You got peaks here, here, and there. Good for building. Nice little area right there for building. Just a lot of potential. If you just wanted to make one massive village, this could be an ideal location, at least for mountain lovers in Minecraft, or Pixelmon in this case. The spawn is from this direction, so if you go to the Poke Center over there, you just turn around and go the opposite direction and you'll come across the mountain areas, which shouldn't be too hard because this is a fairly big region right now. So let's get to seed number 8. This seed is a bit different from the other ones. This one's actually pretty cool for water lovers who really like water in general. Got a nice, like, this is like a huge area of water right here. If you look on the mini map, it's mostly water from where you spawn. So it's like right here. Look at the mini map. Like 75% of it is water. But you also got a water gym right here. So this would be a huge gym. Like if Misty was playing, like if Misty lived right here, she would really like it. There's, I believe, the gym leader right there. You got some trainers in there. So that's pretty cool. Decent sized gym. You even got a Feraligatr, I believe, right there. I believe that's a Feraligatr. And you got some mountains in the distance. So if you want to go through this spruce forest, you'll actually come across mountains over there. Let's teleport there so you don't actually have to wait. And you got a decent mountain section right here. Nice area for building, or at least planting trees if you want to build up here instead. But you do got a nice selection of trees over here. You got the spruce, birch, and I believe oak down here. So you do have a large selection. Overall, this is a very good seed. And you got a gym near spawn, which is always a plus if you're playing Pixelmon. Unless you don't like gyms, in which case there's seeds before you would probably enjoy more if you're skipping around. So let's get on to seed number 9. For seed number 9, definitely stands out a bit from the other ones. This is actually an island. So if you've been looking for a seed that you want to be on an island to just mess around with however you want, here you go. Only trees on here seem to be birch and oak, though. Got a small little islands there, 3 of them. But if you don't want to just like stick solely to the island and just stay on the island, you do got some mountains over here. See, nearby mountains. And then if you go further, you got a Poke Center. We're going to just teleport to the nearby mountain and take a look at how it looks without falling off. So spawn's over there. And you got a decent mountain formation right here. You got a lot of water. I mean, let's bring up the map. Here is the water. So there's a decent amount of water for people who really like the waters. And if you go further inland, like right over here, you'll come across the Poke Center. Can I just teleport like that? No, I can't. We're just going to teleport to the Poke Center. And it's actually a Poke Center town. Pokemart and a blacksmith. For a small town this is, actually no, it just goes over there. For a small area that this is, to have 2 loot areas right here. You know what? I'm actually going to check. Normally I don't check this, but I'm going to check to see what loot is here. So you got 2 steel gems, a good rod. That's actually pretty good. 2 more steel gems, and a zap plate, which increases electric types. So that's actually pretty good. A good rod right from the start, and then here's all your potions and whatnot. You know, potions, awakenings, hyper potions. Actually, that's quite a bit of hyper potions. Holy crap, that's 5. That's actually pretty insane. I'd probably save them for my Pokemon when they're stronger and I'm hunting legendaries or something. But got a decent building area right here because it's relatively flat. You don't have to level it out as much. And overall, that is it for this seed. Let's head on to the final seed of the video. There is the general vicinity of which you're going to spawn in. This is actually a really, really good spawn if you can actually see what's on the mini-map. You got spawn right there. You got Poke Center number 2 there, Poke Center number 1 there, a Pokemart, and that is a gym. All really pretty much like right in the middle of the spawn. I mean, look, you don't have to go too far for the gym. But 1, 2, 3 areas to get loot from early on. There's your spawn. And here is the gym. Honestly, when I first seen this, I was like, oh, that's a little odd. I'm gonna go check this out, see what the heck's over, what's up with this. And started seeing the NPCs in here like this. I was like, this is a gym, ain't it? And sure enough, it's a gym. I mean, look at that. That's really cool. Level 15. I'm not sure if you beat a gym, any other gyms that you come across, like increase in level, or all the gyms just like level 15. I am not sure how that works. Let me know in the comment section below if you know how that works. Then you got some mountains over there, which is honestly pretty nice. And you got some mountains over in this general area. So just go over where the gym is. If you look that way, there's mountains. If you look over there, there's mountains. There's nothing too special. I mean, I can pull it up on the map to see. You got the mountains over here. Got a little water area right there. Some more water right there. So if you're looking for some deeper water to try and catch some water Pokemon, that would probably be a good location to go. The reason why I look for mountains in Pixelmon is not only for the building, but because actually let's see if I can get them to spawn. But usually I tend to find some of my favorite Pokemon up here, either to train on or to catch. Like Larvitars, I tend to find up here. And that's one of my favorite ones out there. I'm not sure where the other ones tend to spawn in, like Gibble or Bagons or Beldums, but definitely Larvitars is one of my favorite to go to since Gen 2. Well, since it came out, basically. So I played Pokemon since Gen 1. Humble brag, not really. Just called being born at the right time. But overall, definitely really like this seed. Flat area right there, relatively close to the gym and the spawn. Got potential there for catching Pokemon, and that's where I usually find the Gravelers and Geodudes on the mountains. So that's an area where I grind because they tend to give more experience than some of the regular Pokemon. Another one would be on the plains to find Miltanks, Tauros are the other 2 ones that I look for. Those tend to give me a decent amount of experience as well. But that is pretty much it for this seed. If you made it this far, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I will be doing more content like this as time goes on. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day, and I'll see you guys whenever I upload the next video.